Hey everyone, this is a showcase video for Temple Escape. As you can see, this is the main menu, the screen that opens up when you launch the game. Starting off, we have a bunch of different difficulty settings that you can choose for your game, easy, medium, and hard. We have a skin screen here where you can choose what your character looks like. We have controls. You can rebind your controls here if you want to change them to whatever you want. You just have to click on them here. I'm going to leave them as the default here. WASD. We have a mute option, so you can mute the music, which I currently have manually muted so you can hear me. So it sounds like this. We also have over here our help menu, and this shows you everything that you can do in the game. So default keys, you move with WASD. This is your player. You move around, you have to avoid walls and moving enemies. There are also coins that give you 50 points, spike traps that subtract 150, and lava pits that subtract 200. If you run out of points and if your score becomes negative, you get a game over. And there are doors and keys within the level, and once you collect all of the keys, it will open the exit. And the enemy moves anytime you press a key. So we'll go back here. Also you can see it was made by myself, Jocelyn Gao, Alex Chu, and Jason Tan. So I'm just going to unmute the music here so you guys can hear the game. And we're going to hop into a medium game here quickly, and I'll just show you what it looks like. So every time I touch the movement keys, you can see my player up here moving. And the enemy is also chasing me as well, taking the closest route to get to me, moving one square at a time. Now, if I go and collect the coin here, you'll see on the right, my score will go up, 50 points. And I'm just going to run away with the enemy chasing me. And as I grab this key here, I want you to pay attention to the exit on the bottom, and you will see it open up. Alright, so we're going to go to the exit, and it takes you to the next screen. And I'm going to run through this level with the zombies here chasing me. And they've trapped me. Uh-oh. So if I walk into one here, you can see I get a game over screen. I can go back to the title and it shows my total score. So now that I'm back at the title, I'll just show you guys what easy looks like. We have much fewer walls in the level, so it's easier to navigate to get the coins and the keys and avoid the enemy. Also, if you run into a wall here, the enemy still updates, so you can kind of use that to manipulate his pathing there and try to avoid them. Now I'm also going to show you, if I run over spikes here, you'll see my score going down. Oops, I died too soon. I'll run over these spikes here and you can see my score go down here. And I have negative 50. Since I went below 0, I lose points. So let's show you hard as well. Hard, same thing. You just have more walls in this one, so it's harder to navigate through the maze. And I'm just going to go back on medium here to show you guys this one. One other feature that we have included is with the procedural generation, the level you're on dictates how many keys there are. So there's 2 keys now, 1 key per level. And there's also 2 enemies in this level. So it gets harder as you go on because there's more enemies and there are more keys to collect. So there's a little bit of a difficulty scaling within the game. And you'll also notice that there's more coins, more spike traps, and more lava pits depending on the level that you're on. We also have on the side here a timer that keeps track of how long you've been in the current run. And that slowly updates as you play. And now you'll see, as I get into level 4, we still have 4 keys here, but the enemies are capped at a maximum of 3. So the game doesn't get infinitely hard at the end where you have 20 enemies appearing and having it just impossible to escape. But it is still difficult because there's more traps around and there are more keys to collect. So that's the basics of the game. I'll just quickly show you the skin feature we have here. I'll change it to a blue character. And now you can see that my character is blue. So there is a little bit of customization in there. And maybe more customization in the future if we continue developing this game, who knows. maybe different enemies that you can pick, or different traps or rewards. So yeah, that's basically the entire game, and there's a lot of replayability as everything is randomly generated. The exit here will always appear along one of the walls, and it will always be at least 5 steps away from the player. Same with the enemies, they appear randomly throughout the map here, always 5 steps away from the player. Keys, coins, spikes, and lava, they all appear last, and they obviously go in places where there's no walls. And yeah, so every time you play the game, it's different every time, so it's still fun, even after you've beaten it once or twice. Or I guess not beaten it, because we don't have any end conditions, but once you've gone through like 10 levels and gotten a really high score, you can see that every level is different. So I'll just quickly show you guys that. If I go to medium here, this time the exit is down on the bottom right in the middle. And if we do it again, it's going to be down on the left. And of course, everything else is different. Now we also have a pause menu here, and this lets you change the music from within. You can change your controls from within here. And yeah, there's also a main menu button, which I'll show you now, and that just ends your current run. And also, if you look at the timer here, we're at 4 seconds. Oh, that's the help button. If we hit the pause button here, and I wait a little bit, the timer does stay at 7. So you can pause, you don't have to worry about your time going up or down. So you can either play this game trying to get a high score, collecting all the coins and rewards, or you can kind of try to do a speed run of it where you're trying to go as fast as possible, maybe make it to level 10 before a minute or before 2 minutes or something, and compete with your friends, just try and get better times or better scores. And lastly, I'll show you our quit button, which just ends the game. Alright, well, thanks for your interest in our game, and hopefully you have fun playing it.